Hey, okay, welcome back to the Midnight Madness on the Caribou Data Science channel. I got some interesting news. And that is, according to my my YouTube app, I'm already at $46 towards another paycheck. Let's see. And I was last paid on February, so less than a month later, I'm already halfway to another payout. You know what? And that's all because of you folks out there. Because of that, I'm giving you this big sum up because you're the reason I'm here, and you're the reason why I'm making a few bucks off this channel. Like I said before, when I started this channel like 2 years ago, or 4 years ago maybe, I never thought I'd make a dime out of it. I just started because of you folks. I want to share my love and knowledge of data analytics. But you know what? Because of you, we're actually making this channel into something I never thought I'd ever do. That's a problem. Anyway, welcome back again, and tonight we're going to take a look at some more data from our world in data. This one also came from the same email. We're going to look at what's called Modal Age of Death. Modal Age of Death, so the modal death rate. Okay? And a modal was defined as the most common value in a list of numbers. Okay, so let's see if we can actually find out a little bit about this. Let's turn the music down. Let's take a look at the original email. I actually got another email today about a YouTube live, Shabbat asked, all world in data. This is probably, come back over here. Here we go. Plastic recycling. The modal age of death has been rising. Okay, what's interesting is you only do 4 countries, including the U.S. But anyway, the modal age of death is the most common age at which people in a population die. The modal age of death for women in Japan in 2021 was 93. In France, it was 92. This metric helps us understand trends and longevity at older ages, unlike life expectancy, it is not affected by infant or child mortality. So I suppose you'd have to say, okay, between what is the most common age death between 60 and 100 or 70 and 100, okay? Anyway, so there you have that. I'm going to start out by giving you I opened the wrong system. We're on Arch Linux tonight. Hang on. So we're going to be using our old friend Emacs. I got, as a telling I got a spiffy new mode I found out about, CSV mode in the Emacs. It's pretty doggone spiffy, as mad as you say. That's yes. Shut down. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be streaming tonight. Maybe only 30 minutes, maybe an hour. We'll see how it goes. We see the storage that the data has to cloud computing. And as I said in the past, all of the data, it's one of my favorite data sites, which is kind of odd because I would describe them as something to be socially liberal. Okay, but these say they emphasize the big picture issues. So one thing we're going to look at the age difference between men and the death between men and women. And you see the modal, you have for each year in each country listed, you have the modal age of death for male and female. We're going to subtract the female, the male from the female, and find out what the difference is. Or maybe we'll get funky and subtract the email, the male from the female from the email. The email. Subtract the female from the email, which would tell us, you know, how far below the men are from women. So we all know in the U.S. that women live longer than men. So it's also interesting that in Japan, okay, that the age of death is 93. Arch Linux, yes, that's right. Slackware's there just for the old time sake, you know. So we're going to be using a little GAWK, a little Emacs, and of course a little Gnuplot along the way. You know, Gnuplot, if you go out and you look, there's a lot of, there's quite a few videos on Gnuplot. Now, a lot of it has to do with sort of like scientific computing. A lot of really nice plots have 3D plotting and stuff like that. Unlike say a plotting library like Matplotlib or Seaborn in Python or ggplot2 in R, it's not really it doesn't really have standard statistical models. Even the most basic things like box plot, that's not true. You can actually do a box plot, can't you? I shouldn't say that. I've done it before. But it's not easy, okay? Because I don't think there's actually for instance, you can't do regular, you can't do, there's not, as far as I know, there's not a box plot command, okay? And there's not a histogram command. Because we'll try to do one histogram, but rather than give it a table of data and have it calculating the histogram for the table of data, you can only give it a single set of values for each of the bars. Okay, so we can take tonight. We can say, let's take a look at the modal age for women for the various countries for the last year in which they were, say, 2023 or 2022. Okay, so here we are. Let's come over here. It may all make sense in a minute, but we'll see. Okay, let's do this. Emacs, $, period, open up the current directory. And I'll show you this, cvs mode, okay? Let's just come down, 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 down. Here's the original code, original data. And there's the data. That's kind of nice. You got, we could come up here and do something like this. Let's do this again. Let's leave it the way it is right now. Let's go over here. That's not what I wanted to show you. Let's come down here. And here's a basic node. You got 4 columns. You got the country name, the country code, the year, the adult male, and the adult females and adult males. So that's kind of, but watch this. It would be nice to have a column heading from there at the top as we scroll down the page. Wait a minute, what's this down here? That header line. Look at that. Look at that. Now we got. That's pretty spiffy in my mind. What's even more spiffy is this next command down here. Auto align field. Look at that. Let's now split the fields up into columns and have it. So now let's split it up. Okay. Country, a nice line between them, you know, stuff like that. I wrote the supposed supporter and said, hey, how can I set it so that you know, what's the shortcuts for, you know, for the header line and the column? Well, there isn't one. You can make your own. Well, I'm not that deep into Emacs. I know how to do that type of stuff. It's somewhere in the config file I'm seeing. So anyway, that's what we've got. All right. What we want to do is we're going to come over here. We want to calculate the difference between the male and the female. Of course, you'll see. It's interesting to put the female first because the female is almost always higher. So let's close this now. That's just a little bit of our favorite exercise, cut and unique and stuff here. Okay, so come over here. We're going to say cut dash delimiter. You can actually use just a single dash. Delimiter dash field 1. Then we're going to say modal age of death sort colon so you can see we don't actually have a complete list of countries. I don't know how the shows is in it unless they represent the larger field, okay? Okay. So, next thing we want to do is let's do this. This. Now, what happens is here is that a 0, okay, well, this shouldn't have done that, should it? Oh, yeah, because a 0 returns everything. Then you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, date. And so forth. So what is our 2 years? Is it 4? Let's do some more funky. Number 5. So those are 2 dates. All right. We're going to come back over here now. We're going to say $0 to get all the information. All right. And we want to say so now we get the difference, okay? Let's do this. All right. Let's get rid of this thing. So, once again, let's remind ourselves of the unique Okay. So let's remind ourselves I want you to pay close attention to this little funky thing here. I'm going to say pound, and I want to run command 507. That's pretty good, huh? So let's start by just looking at the US records, okay? Yep. Colon. That's interesting. It actually, wonder why I did that. I don't know. Let's call this US underscore. All right. So let's start with some of our code here. Yeah, come back over here and look at the US modal age. What we're interested at this point is 1, 2, 3. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's start with 4 and 6. Okay. All right. First of all, just look at the data. Yep. All right, let's go over here now. Now this should work, actually. I think so anyway. Well, let's do this. What is the Modal Age GP? And of course, this shouldn't be that big of a deal, right? and 4. Let's start with 4. Let's start with 3 and 4, just to and this would be the Modal Age for Emacs. So that works. Okay. So that's interesting. Huh. Descriptive column names are very important. What do you suppose causes a rebound? We wonder. And as you recall from the other night, that what we're looking for here is an unzip for this one. Oh, we can do a set T. Come back over here to a 4. Put a comma, backslash. So what you do here, you just put a quote, double quote, right? Get rid of this. That's 4, so you change this to 5. Make this null. Come back up here. All right. Okay. So those are both working. What we're going to do is come over here.
Those little things you
So it is interesting that you had a long, the difference between male and female in the U.S. has declined up until, well, 2015 or something like that. Probably should make those lines a little thicker. Let's open this back up. So we have a that's interesting. With that, my dear friends, I'm going to bring this session to a close. A nice 50-minute session, 2 plot, a little AWK, a little Emacs, a little Gnuplot action going on there. So I hope you found this just informative and instructive and encouraging to go out and have a little fun yourself with AWK and Emacs. Also, of course, I hope you enjoyed a brief introduction to the CVS mode, a really interesting, really fun mode. Okay, so anyway, that ends the session for this evening. We'll catch you probably, I don't know, maybe Wednesday at midnight, possibly. All you got to do is click the subscribe button, the bell icon, to be notified whenever I go live.